Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Cranky Pundit podcast. I'm your host, Mike Morgan, the Cranky Pundit, and it's our weekly quiz with Psychic Dan. Psychic Dan, how are you?
Good, boy. Thanks for having me.
So we're going to start off the episode with a little bit of a treat for you guys. If you're listening on Spotify, we'll just try and make it as,
I'll comment it.
You commentate on what's happening, all right? Okay, so YouTube, how's it going? You can see what's happening. We need to get someone to do sign language down in the corner.
Right.
Do you know those things?
Yeah.
Do you know the people that are just...
That only come out at like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. But for
Yeah.
YouTube, surely
Yeah.
there's a market for that. Not even for the deaf people. It's deaf, no, not blind. Yeah, deaf people. Not even for those people, but just for entertainment. Anytime that person is on, man, I don't like... I
take my eyes off him,
I
boy.
can't take my eyes off him, boy. The things going on. Is
Yeah.
that what that means?
Yeah.
Do you know
Do you
what I
ever see?
mean?
Do you ever see a couple of the ones where they actually weren't them at all? They were just like, just blagged their way in there, and
Oh,
they're
yeah.
running, they don't have a clue.
Your
like.
man from 96 FM there, that Ross Brown fella, he went up to... Who was the president at the time? But it was on in Cork City anyway, and he said to the fellas, he was like, "Oh, I'm doing the sign language." Oh, he didn't say anything. He bought a ticket to go in there, and as soon as the Taoiseach or whatever went up to make his speech, he went about 5 feet away from him. Nothing. No one was doing anything. They'll tell you the security in our country. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just no bulletproof glass or no. You could walk up.
Yeah,
you
just
pay
walk
them.
up
Go
to
pay them. But go pay their president. But he just went up then and started doing this. And everyone was like, all right, he's clearly the sign language dude. But he had a buddy kind of videoed from the back, like, and a couple of ways through the speech, then he started going like that to your man, halfway like that. The next one, then he go like one of these people started coughing on, then like he got fucked out anyway, and he was like,
Mate.
yeah, fuck you, you can't fucking kicked out.
Mate.
But it got like blew up. But like lots of people do that. Like,
That's
do you
mad.
ever remember the Soccer AM one? And there was a girl. The song was down, 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 down. Down, 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 down. That was it. But they brought in a sign language person for it, and they were just like for the whole tune,
That's
just
over
down,
now, do you know
down,
that?
down.
They've ended it.
Soccer AM, yeah,
Yeah.
it got very bad, didn't it?
I didn't watch it in a while now.
Nah, it used to be cool. We
Yeah.
actually had a buddy that was on it.
Yeah.
They used to do this thing called Skill School, and our buddy Sean Stokes, if you're listening, shout out Stokesy, and he was on it, and he actually beat your men. Like I don't remember. I'm sure we could type it into
Yeah,
YouTube.
yeah.
If you want to type in, I think Cardiff City Skill School. There was only one of them. Our fella's the small fella. That's the fella that was in me and Dan's class, and he killed him, man. He actually had way more techers than your men,
Yeah.
and they voted your other guy. Like,
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? I was like, fuck that.
Yeah.
Pure racism.
That was
boy.
when Soccer AM was at its best.
At its peak. Sure, Tubes was the guy fucking...
Yeah,
he was spinning
yeah.
the ball. And, oh, no, it was a different dude. But Tubes was there. He'd come out and ask you a question in
Yeah.
rhyme. Oh, I got this. You got that.
Yeah.
He had a bad one. He
Yeah.
got like a heart attack or something
Yeah.
recently and lost all his money.
I thought something like that.
Yeah.
It was a heart attack, is that?
Yeah, it's something bad with his heart. Yeah, he was like, I was living the good life. It's amazing what the good life... just
Yeah.
one sentence on a show can do to you or just anyway. But anyway, guys... I have a new jersey for the Jersey Wall. Ooh! Right, so what I'm going to do... what I've been thinking is the one I like the least at the moment is this Sunderland one because I feel like Boyle Sports is getting a big shout out without actually paying me any money. And so I'm going to take this down and replace it with another one.
What is it, kid?
All right. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Oh, Liverpool, Man City. Oh, is this right? No, it's Sunderland again.
No, it's not Sunderland again.
Oh, is it, kid? Cork City.
And Ericsson Brentford top, ladies and gentlemen, from
Savage.
last year. A savage purchase.
Savage.
I'm happy with this one. I was looking for it for a while. I was on the fence. And I went away and got it. And the reason I got it is, I buy these jerseys in the hope to hold on to them for 20 years and sell them on for a profit. But also, if I don't sell them on, I love them.
Yeah.
Do you know? Every jersey here I love. And if I never sell them, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But
I think that might be the most iconic there, man.
Yeah.
I think that's a belter.
Hold my microphone, son. I'm going to place it up on the wall.
That's an absolute
No,
belter.
it's a lovely-
So
and-
it's Brentford's home jersey.
they
Last
kept it
year
for
and this
2
year.
years, yeah.
So it's end this year.
And that's the secret. I actually
Yeah.
I actually didn't type in player Ericsson. I didn't type in Ericsson as a player, but do you know? That's what I had to do. He's not a player anymore, but I typed in. I pretended my name was Ericsson, Michael Ericsson, and I got a top with Ericsson on the back of it. So that's the kind of game I played.
Yeah, because obviously everyone knows the story, but after he had the heart attack in the pitch and died, Brentford was the club he went to, so that's where he revived his career, and I think everybody in football loves Ericsson.
Yeah.
So that's iconic jersey, man. Very cool.
We go Ericsson on it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I got long sleeve as well. I know I had that, but I like a long sleeve if it's there, so I get it.
Nice. Bit of a pussy in the cold. We get it.
Yeah. Out of here.
Get outta
boys.
here.
Oh, wait, my dog got scared. Sorry, Aria. No, sit down, baby. It's okay. So, yeah, our dog, I forget the dog likes to lay in here when we do podcasts. I scared her there by throwing a jersey at her. But she's all good. Took her to the vets today, man. Anybody out there that has a pet, oh, lad, it's so hard. Like, you know, she's pushing on now. She's 10. I often even say it to you off camera, like, once every 2 weeks I'll be driving. And I'm like, what am I going to do when that dog dies? And I start bawling, crying. Do you know what I mean? Just on myself, people looking in. I'm there in a food delivery van, you know, going, is he all right? Like, my dog, did it die? No, it's fucking perfect. It's going to die. Like, I can't be living life like that. Like, what do they call people like that? I don't know.
Emotionally unstable. That's what that is, boy. I think
I'm hanging on by a thread here, Danny boy. But I'm absolutely gutted. So she got her poo glands cleaned. A vet's there, like, you know, it was €20 to get her poo glands cleaned, but 40 for the 5-minute consultation we had after. Where'd you get off? How'd you sleep at night with the dog shit all over your hands? Nah, I'm joking. They deserve every bit of it. But
well, see, this is it, like, because it's such a romantic job, and lots of kids want to be vets when they're older. But then when they do become vets, they're cleaning out poo glands and largely putting down animals. I would say. My
mother always told me, she used to say when I was small. Now I used to say, anybody asked me what I wanted to be, she goes, I'll be a vet. And she goes, and then I figured out you have to put your hand up cows' arses, horse arses, and that's the game. It's not saving a little deer in the woods, like nursing it back to health with your own boob. But like it's like because you can't cross pollinate between animals. I'm right. Psychic Dan knows this. He's a garden guru, but you can't cross pollinate mammals mostly. So yeah. She didn't want to become a vet then because of that, but it's not glamorous and they deserve every cent they get. But I've heard stories of bad vets. We have a vet in Mallow and it's like Dr. Death type of thing. Like, I won't name him. I've given away that it's gender and there's only 4 vets and I think only one of them is a male. So I think I've completely given away this guy. But my dad said, whatever you do, don't ever take a dog to that, because we had a dog when we were small and he goes, he killed every animal I brought inside. He just put it down. Like it's like it's tonsillitis. Like gone. Get him out of here. These mutts gotta go.
You think it's in his best interest to keep the dog alive?
Why did you become a vet?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you'll get the repeat. Like if you keep him alive, you'll get the repeat.
Mine's getting a kickback from the lethal injection crowd, like whoever the fuck they are, like just giving it to everybody. Like
you're gonna knock him out first. What's the point? He's already dead. Do you want to play around with him? This is like the one time you can beat a puppy and get away with it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, lad. You don't have a dog at the moment, Danny. You have 2 cats.
Yeah,
they're lovely cats, I made.
Yeah,
I'm not a cat guy, but you have lovely cats.
They look after themselves, which is handy. You know, like there's minimal effort with cats, and I love how that they're you know, they don't really give.
But is it more that you don't want to give enough love to that animal? Do you think you love your cat enough, or is it that you're afraid to be loved?
Yeah, well, it's neither. I give my cat loads of love, but it's just not as needy as a dog. You know, it's not constantly all the time. Wow.
I get you.
You know, because there's no end to it with a dog. Like there's your opening doors, closing doors, leaving them in, leaving them out. You can't go nowhere. There's just no end to it with a dog. Cats are so easy going. So that's why I love dogs.
I think it's an emotional issue with yourself inside that you won't allow yourself.
Yeah. Lost a dog at a young age, but I'm still not over it. Like
poor unlucky. Yeah. You know, you can call him something else then. But lad, do you think you will have a dog eventually? It won't be your choice. Is that what you're saying already?
Yeah.
Right. I find people that don't want a dog in their life.
But I've loads of dogs in my life. It's not like I've no dogs in my life. I mean, like I've dogs in almost every house I go to. There's loads of dogs down the park every day. Like
if they're not your dogs, you can't go over to them.
How do you mean your dog? Because you just love owning the dog, so do you?
No, yeah, I suppose that's a fair point. I don't love owning the dog, no, but I love our relationship. I don't have to own it for a relationship. Right. But technically, it's my girlfriend's dog. Technically, it's no one's dog. We don't even have a license. I don't even think there's a cert for her. So no insurance either, and she's 10 now. So we're gonna pay out the Jimmy for her then the next few years.
You just love the blind loyalty.
It's not blind. I earned it with that one, and I get it. With a Bijan's going to come up and lick you. I've had Bijans. They're going to do anything. She, in fairness, I had to earn her love. It was like I was trying to go off with her mother. Anytime I was trying to make a move on her mother, she was there, especially in the early parts of the relationship, watching every move. Do you know? And I'm just kind of like, that's weird. Do you know? And then she just relaxed a small bit. Go on away, you can go off with her. go after
Nice.
her, boy. Do you know what I mean? It's
Got
like I get,
consent. Got
yeah,
consent.
got the nod.
Got the
Go
nod.
away, kid. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. So, and yeah, do you know what as well? It's so weird, and it's going to sound weird to say, but I feel with a strong connection to a dog, I don't need to fuck with fake humans.
Right.
Do you get me?
No.
All right. Okay. So no matter what happens, I'm going to come home, and she's going to be delighted to see me.
Right.
I die on stage.
Yes.
Shit goes bad. I come home and I got her. But then my duty is I have to take her for a walk. No, I don't need to say walk. She's in the room. She's going to go crazy. A W, okay? I could take her for a W. That's my responsibility as well. It's like a give and take thing. But on that walk makes me a better person every day.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Her smiling makes me forget about, that shit didn't go
She
well last
smiles.
night. Yeah, but she smiles. If you ever ask her to smile, she show her teeth. Yeah, are you smiling? And she go, like this case, I swear to God. Yeah, she's two little gnashers out the front by her, so she's get. But like, I feel like, and I think the same is with people that get on with their family. People who have good relationship with their parents don't need to supplement. If you have a bad relationship, you have to kind of supplement it by having more friends, I think, or having fake people in your life or something. I think sometimes when you get on with I've never needed a huge amount of friends or ever needed friends to classify or need that. Like, I've never gone, I've no friend. Like, I never needed it because I always had a strong, and you yourself have a strong relationship with your family as well.
Yeah.
I feel that with the dog to a certain extent as well. There's a part of my life that she has taken over where I don't need to fuck with fakeness.
That's very cool.
I don't know, does that make any sense at all?
Well, I don't have a dog, so I don't know. But
You did have dogs,
Very cool.
you know. But
Yeah, well, I've had dogs, but yeah, of course, growing up, I
Yeah.
them. Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. It's yeah, it's a lovely band you have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna die soon.
Can't we all,
I
kid?
know, there she is,
There
boy.
she is
There
now.
she is, boy. What a sweet lady.
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't make her like her. But yeah, boy, yeah. Then there's stupid pets. Then like there's a guy that I work with. He works in the office up above, and he had a pet rat as a child, with like a white one, or white rat, lab rat with red eyes. There's no time for that.
The worst
And
kind.
people like that, just put them down. Just put them down. Do you know, there's too many people on the planet. Just
Do you know
call up
rats-
everybody with a pet rat first.
Rats are super smart, like, you know that.
I didn't say they weren't smart then.
Yeah, but you gotta treat things that are smart with a bit of care, like.
Yeah, get them out the cage and into the sewer, boy. Do you know what I mean? They'd live a life down there and have
Do you know?
kids.
Do you know what I was telling you there before? There's like they've trained rats to sniff out mines and shit, like, so like they'd be going out like finding mines so people don't walk over them and all this kind of crack. And rats would be doing good things for us as well. I think it's total propaganda, the whole rat.
Propaganda.
Yeah. I mean, they provide for nature massively. That's why they multiply so quickly. Everything eats them, and mice are the same. They're actually dots, lad. Yeah, propaganda, boy.
Nah, I think it's built into me. We've often talked about this. My biggest fear is a rat. And I think I have been eaten by a rat in the past life. Do you know, I was around for that black plague. I think gnawing at my jaw, and I can't even, I don't have the strength to lift my head 80. That's the last thing I seen, something gnaw my jaw. Nothing like. Or do you know that thing they used to do back in medieval times? They put a bowl over your stomach, boy, and like put a rat in the bowl, like the bowl, the thing, eat its way out, boy, coming out,
Yeah.
That's me, boy. That was
Yeah.
me. Two occasions. I'd say 2 lifetimes I
yeah.
got done by a rat. Like, do you know what I mean?
I'd say you did too, boy. Say you did too,
I'd
kid.
say I did. Yeah, fuck's sake. But anyway, Liverpool did well the other night. Got 2-1 against
Yeah.
West Ham. Chelsea got beat again 2-0 by Brentford. I'm off gambling, right? But I said it to my own man. I goes, lad, Brentford are 100% going to beat Chelsea. And I also said it to him the night before. I said the same spiel. I goes, Jesus, if I was gambling, I'd bet Leicester against Leeds. They were like 2-1 or something like that. He was like, you're the second man today to say that to me, so it's not going to happen. I was like, all right, whatever, his judgment is there. But it didn't happen, so yeah, good
Was
job.
a
I'm
draw,
off
was
gambling. It was a draw, but Leicester destroyed him. Tielemans scored a screamer that was disallowed in the opening minute for a fella previously being offside, nothing to do with the goal. And Vardy scored a tap-in in the last minute, but was offside when their men squared at him. Like, they hopped off him, like, you know, but didn't beat him.
Arsenal bottled it.
Arsenal bottled it, lads. Did we know it was going to... Do you know, the only time I actually truly felt that Arsenal were going to win the league was when they were... The 25th minute at Anfield, when they were 2-0 up and still bossing the shit. I was like, this is the performance of champions.
Yeah.
Only champions come to Anfield and treat us like this.
Yeah.
But then I forgot there's a second half.
Yeah.
Do you know?
100%. I think we all kind of knew they were going to battle. I thought mid-season when they were getting a lot of last-minute winners, you know, they got a good few last minute winners, and I was like, oh, it could be written in the stars. Like,
Yeah, they got one against Jorginho, got one against Aston Villa. Reece Nelson got one against.
Yeah.
The Southampton match last week was one of the best matches I've ever
Yeah.
actually. I only seen the second half now, but I watched the highlights. It was a Premier League classic. If they
Yeah.
could have won it, it would have been like the
Yeah.
best.
Yeah.
I'm actually writing. I'm going doing an episode, the top 10 games in Premier League history, but I should also do ones
Epic.
talk about them, dissect them, but also do one for every season. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The top 10 games of this season, top
Yeah.
10 games of last season, or
Brilliant.
maybe narrow it down for 5 because
Yeah.
there's so much, like, you know.
There's so many standout games, isn't there?
Yeah.
Like random ones now. I don't even know why I thought of this now, but remember when Everton drew 4-4 with United at Old Trafford?
Oh,
to take
one of
the
my
title off
favourite
them?
games. Yelovich, Pina,
Yeah.
Leighton Baines. There are some, like, Fellaini was in his prime for Everton.
Yeah.
Like, that'd be a good question now. Who was the starting lineup again in
Yeah.
that 4-4
Yeah.
for both teams? Because
Yeah.
I'd say it was right when United, the end of Fergie, they might have Ji-Sung Park or something around the
Yeah.
place. Lad, that was some game. Yeah.
Cost them the title in the end.
Yeah, I remember Pina actually. He scored a goal. South African when he was. They had no couches in his house. There was no furniture because you couldn't sit above window height in case bullets came in the window.
So
when
dangerous.
you watch TV, you had to sit on the floor. That's how dangerous it was. Like.
Crazy.
Yeah. And
Man.
I think he has something to do with. I think there's white and black in him. And during apartheid, he was
Yeah,
born
yeah.
when you were literally you couldn't hang
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
So he was
You're
illegal.
neither,
Like, do you
like-
know what I mean? Him himself was illegal. Like to
Yeah.
even be breeding. Like do you know what I mean over there? Like do you know,
Mad.
boy.
Mad
yeah.
situation.
Yeah. Seems like a nice guy.
Mad situation.
Yeah, boy.
Um,
Anything else happen? Yeah. So Arsenal battled it. Even if they won, you were talking off camera. Even if they won, it was going to be hard. Just
Yeah.
with the draws they got.
Yeah.
Like you can't draw to West Ham after being 2-0 up. You can't draw to Southampton. You can't let Theo Walcott score against you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You can't do it. Like you
Yeah.
know, and you see the cracks. Rob Holding is probably the one since he's come into the team since they lost Saliba. He's been a weak link. But I will tell you one thing about Rob Holding. He was bald this time last year. Did you
Yeah.
see this man's hair?
There was a Barnley kid.
He's beautiful, boy.
I'm
He's
not joking.
beautiful. Like he's a hairband
Yeah.
kid. Like he was bald.
Yeah, man
I
is a
thought it took 2
hairband.
years to set in. Like,
Yeah.
do you know? Man
Yeah.
is gorgeous, boy. The smile, he gave a wink. Like he scored a goal last night and he gave a wink. He never gave a wink in his life.
No.
He goes, I've hair now with long flowing locks. And
It's a
hey,
fact.
there you go. Like.
Fucking division.
Yeah, beautiful man. But fair play, Rob Holding. Shit player, but you're gorgeous.
Yeah, some turnaround.
Fair play. So what we do every week, guys, we got 5 questions from my boy here, Psychic Dan. I have 2 minutes to answer them. And, depending on the difficulty of the question. And don't forget to text us in your score, ladies and gentlemen. Also, we're getting a lot of comments on our Instagram questions. I put up one of your questions during the week. And people are fighting each other on it then going, they'd say an answer. And then someone go, oh, Google's a great thing. And then people go, I didn't use Google. And then fight back, you totally use Google. So, like, right, guys, it's great for our content that you're actually arguing. It really boosts us. But, like, if you're playing the game, just don't use Google. Like, don't do it. Like, who are you trying to impress with that? Like,
I could take no pride in that.
I could take no pride in it. Do you know what I mean? I could take no. That's what I do every week for our quizzes. Then they're all like, "Oh, Mike, you know so much." I'm here. What's that new ChatGPT?
Yeah,
Have you heard
yeah,
about that?
yeah.
We should just get that. Anytime we miss a podcast right now, we should go ChatGPT. What would Mike and Dan do in a podcast anyway?
Yeah.
And see what ChatGPT comes up with.
Yeah, boy.
No tax on my Berlingo. How was your week, Dan? I don't know. It'd be funny, you know.
Yeah, boy, we gotta get on that kid.
Who was the top 5
Yeah.
World Cup winners in the Olympics? ChatGPT, I don't think that's a question. Yeah, I like it. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll give it a go now.
I wonder would it be funny if you got it to write something for you, like, you know?
They say they actually say it's so advanced now that you could, if you gave it, like if I gave it all my jokes, all my material, it would be able to come up with a joke by itself in my style
Yeah.
and predict the way I think and in the way I would do it.
Yeah.
That's fucked up, man.
Yeah.
That's too much.
And this is just the beginning, like.
And this is just the beginning. This is the beginning.
I see
I
the-
don't like that. Huh?
The Google CEO there today, he was saying it's going to affect humanity more than electricity or fire. He was like, that's how much effect, like not just ChatGPT, but AI.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Sure,
How
well,
can
of
we
course.
wet our beaks?
Find a young startup AI company now that have a niche, have a moat and fucking lump on them, son.
What about dolls that you can make love to in AI form? Like, there's surely, like, I think they've done it.
Oh,
but, like,
I know what you mean.
That's going to go to the next level now.
Oh, I know what
like,
you
look
mean.
at all the amount of weirdos out there, kid. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
That'll put a stop to some weird shit happening,
Coming
hopefully.
home and the doll tick with you, like. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
the doll.
I thought you meant if you came home to doll was ticket you get to go to your other doll. But I get what you mean. I was like, no, Dan, you're
no.
it's like, Dan, you're missing the point completely.
actual doll.
It's like, they'll be all giving me shit. I go, yeah, no, I go off with the doll. No, I mean, yeah, but you're dead right. Can you imagine, where were you?
Yeah.
And you said you were going out for one, Daniel. Fuck off. You're always like that. Yeah. You never talk to me anymore. Why can't we just hold hands? Yeah, I don't know. That's scary. But I think it would, like, I'm just putting it out there, and this is a weird thing to say on a soccer podcast. But would it stop, like, creepy perverts doing stuff?
I'd say so, boy.
Yeah, but is that not a good thing then?
Yeah, but
so we can't stop people thinking and being born with an illness that makes them do terrible acts to other people. Like.
Yeah.
But we can give them a doll that has no feelings.
Yeah.
Is that encouraged? I hate to be talking about this.
I would imagine that it'd probably wear off, wouldn't it?
Yeah. It's probably not. Yeah.
Unless we could
get a lot deeper.
Unless we could put them all out in an island in the middle of nowhere and just give them a few dolls.
Be disgusting. Just a few, like, don't give one for everybody. Get 60 perverts, $10, lad. You only have 10 perverts left. That's the good thing.
Yeah.
Quiz every week, folks. We got a quiz.
Soccer podcast.
ChatGPT is bad for, but no. My point was anyway that it would stop a lot of things, but also bring happiness to people. I don't think there was actually an article on the radio. Young people are never having less sex. Is this down to technology? And also, there's a baby shortage, like a beginning. People are only having one kid. Do you know what I mean? Instead of the 15 that we were having 2 generations ago. Oh, she had 15 kids and the mother and father didn't work. Yeah. But they did their best. Yeah. Really? Yeah. Really?
Yeah. It could be an economic thing. Could be a housing thing. Do you know what I mean? Could be those
it's
things.
Definitely an economic thing. But also women with careers voting. You know yourself. Notions. Fuck it. Go on away, so love. Make your career,
Yeah.
All right, well, I must remind you, my girlfriend edits this, and I get shit every time. Every time I say it in bed, it's like, well, yeah, you think that about that? I was like, only jokes, honey. You know how to fix it. You can edit it out if you want.
Right, so question 1, right? So we've done loads of these before, so it's top goal scorers for their club. Oh. So you just give me a number, I'll give you a club, and you tell me who was the top goal scorer of all time for that club.
Okay.
In the Premier League.
Premier League era. Okay, am I just naming a number between 1 and 20?
Yeah.
6.
Okay, so that's actually Liverpool, so we probably won't count this, but
in the Premier League era.
Yeah. Maybe we will count this.
Salah?
Yeah, well done. We're not counting that.
Okay.
Right, so give me another number.
We're not counting it. This is the luck of numbers. I got a good one. How the fuck are we not counting it? You named the game. Why am I getting robbed here? All right, okay, we go again. All right, 2.
Aston Villa.
Come on, like. Who's been around the block for ages for Aston Villa? Anytime they had a good fella, they got let go.
Yeah, you have to think about this now. Like
Dwight York.
No.
Kind of went before United. He scored a few from. Yeah. Dion Dublin.
No.
Piss off.
A bit after them, but it is like, it's a bit
vibes.
Back. It's a bit back. Guy who was there for a
Gabby Agbanglahor.
Well done.
Yeah,
kid.
yeah. Do you know what? I stopped thinking him as a footballer now ever since Talksport. I stopped by this state of him. He's like a bit like, oh no, in the Birmingham accent. Yeah. Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Why would you do that? Fuck off, boy. Jesus Christ. They've no bottle. Yeah. He is actually the record for the fewest touches in the Premier League. He had 6 and 2 of them were tip-offs. Sorry, 4 of them were tip-offs. That's a fact, like. They showed the heat map.
I think he said something about Klopp before, and Klopp made the mistake of responding.
Yeah.
And ever since, he's just at Klopp. Boy. He's just at his ankles.
Like
boy.
Talksport were just about to let Gabby Agbanglahor go because he had no appeal to them.
Yeah.
And then Klopp gave him like another 6-month deal. Wait, well, hang on to you, Gabby. Let's keep this fire going with him. Yeah. And he rang him up. He was like, oh, yeah, I remember playing against Gabby, and he was no mentality monster.
Yeah. Got him low.
Yeah, I love Klopp.
Yeah. Well,
Klopp should stop doing that, though. He does do that. And he gives other people. Do you remember when we were going through that bad stage there during the pandemic when it was behind closed doors? And he was giving out about a 12 kickoff or something like that.
Yeah.
And then the guy on BT got stuck into him, and
Yeah,
they're all like,
yeah.
"Oh, that guy on BT is a fucking legend." Like, do you know what I mean? He needs
Yeah.
to stop doing it. He should
Yeah.
have gone, "Yes, team display. Oh, on the day, what can
Yeah.
you do? Good luck." Like,
He was
just-
blaming BT for fixing the match at that time,
Yeah,
and BT
yeah.
were like, "It's not us." Like,
Yeah.
But I think it kind
Yeah,
of
yeah,
easy.
yeah.
Pick a number, kid.
Oh yeah, 8
Crystal Palace, all-time top goal
for the
scorer.
Premier League. It
in
has
the
to be
Premier
Zaha.
League. It is Zaha. Well done. So you've one left.
No, I do have a top like this. This is a Gallagher top. I have a Zaha one as well. Make me an offer I can't refuse.
Last one. Pick a number.
17. When I was 17.
Bournemouth, all-time top goal scorer in the Premier
In the
League.
Premier League.
It's
Callum Wilson.
a tough one. No.
What?
No.
Get off the camera here a second, you fucking joke. Is that guy Marlon King or something?
Joshua King.
Joshua King. He's actually from Sweden.
Well
or
done.
Norway. He's from Norway.
Is he really?
Yeah,
Whoa.
I always find it amazing when people are from Scandinavia. Like, there's so many, like, the Ibrahimovic is not a Scandinavian. They have a lot, like, do
Itch.
you know?
How would you mean it's not Scandinavian?
Like, there was a lot of people, even when I did the Henrik Larsson thing, I found out that his dad was from, like, Sierra Leone or something like that. Like, do you
Whoa.
know what I mean? So there's a lot of Swedish people
that aren't Swedish.
that aren't
But they
Swedish
colonise
necessarily,
no one,
but they
like-
colonise no one. That's what I mean. Like, as in, it's grand to see French and
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. But Swedish, Finland,
I think he has the highest suicide rate in the world.
that's Finland.
No, Sweden, I think.
Is it?
I think so.
I thought it was Finland because of the
The
dark
Arctic
thing.
thing,
Yeah.
yeah.
I believe it, kid. I believe it.
Oh,
I'd be
yeah,
playing
man.
Russian roulette with myself on the porch for the crack if that was my
100%,
life
boy,
I lived in.
100%.
Like,
When
do
it's
you know
that,
what
when in Ireland here, when it's dark at 4:30
Ah,
in December,
stop,
like,
like-
Jesus, pressure
Yeah.
on, kid. Fucking hell.
I mean? Pressure on is
Get
right,
up
like,
early,
do you know?
kid. Get up early.
Day
boy.
at a time, y'all. Day at a time. Give me one more. I like that.
Alright, give me a number.
19. When I was 19.
That one's too easy now because it's Newcastle. Give me a different one.
Shearer. 2.
Leeds.
Premier League.
Yeah, all-time top goal
Oh,
scorer.
because like they were so dominant during the 90s. Like they were so prevalent in the Premier League era. So it obviously comes from that time.
Yeah.
Alan Smith.
No.
Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank.
No. Sorry. No.
See, it's not going to be Mark Viduka. Like,
It is, boy.
how the fuck is it Mark
Yeah,
Viduka?
kid, he was a baller, boy.
He was a baller, yeah. He went to
Um,
Newcastle. Lad. I remember they were ringing up Talksport when he went to Newcastle, like, and they couldn't believe what they signed. Like,
Go
do you know,
away.
as in he was that shit.
Yeah,
They're like,
yeah.
I've never seen a
Well,
worse footballer.
he was always carrying a few, wasn't he?
Oh, lad, they
He
were
had
giving out.
59.
He
Yeah.
came on. He was like one game. He came on to the back heel, fell over, and his own fans were on his back, like at Newcastle. Do you know. Yeah, managed to score 4 goals against us, though.
He did, boy. That'd be another game for your.
That is actually a brilliant game. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, I'm taking the point for that one, Danny boy.
Yeah. Well done, boy. Okay, so. Can you name 5 players that have worn the number 6 shirt for Liverpool in the Premier League?
5 players that have worn the number 6 shirt.
Yeah.
Okay, you've Lovren,
Yeah.
you've Risa.
Yeah. Well done. I
You-
just guess who you remember these.
I actually got Risa on the back of a top when I was
You
small.
did
I was mad
actually.
from him, boy.
You did
I was mad
actually,
from him. Yeah, he was number 18 before number 6.
Go away.
And Michael Owen left and no. What the hell happened that he took number 6? So who would have been number 6 before him? This is going to blow your mind. Marcus Babbel.
Jesus Christ, boy. Well done, kid.
For all y'all perverts out there.
Well done. boy.
I'll keep going. Thiago.
Yeah, 1 for the point, so boy.
Number 6.
Yeah. 5 players that have worn the number 6 shirt for Liverpool. You got Lovren, Risa, Babel, Thiago, one more. That has worn the number 6 shirt for Liverpool in the Premier League.
Number 6 isn't like that common for people to take for like a centre midfielder, probably a centre back. Centre back.
There's a few defenders there, and yeah, they're mostly defenders, but yeah.
So Aurelio was number 12. Insua. Nah. Number 6.
Yeah, so the defenders you said, Lovren, Risa, Babel, and you've Thiago who has it at the minute. There's another.
See, it would have been Thiago, and then it would have been Lovren. Who would have been number 6? Let's say the year we were going for the league.
Someone only had it for 1 year that year.
The year we were going for the league.
13 and 14. We're bad with years now, but that year.
Oh, Luis Alberto.
Well done, kid. That's amazing.
Luis Alberto.
Well impressed. Well impressed.
Do you remember we went over to a game and he was just warming up in the centre circle? He never got a fair shake with Liverpool. And he did well everywhere else he went, like, you know, and he was just warming up in the centre. We're like, the takers off this fella, lad.
Yeah.
And he just never got a
Never
fair
happened.
shake. But then again, Iago Aspas was there the same year, got nothing, and went on to do great things. Can you name the other? Can you remember the left back that was a fucking disaster? Can you imagine if we won the league with this fella left back that year that we were going for the league?
And it wasn't in Sua.
It wasn't in Sua. I would actually argue this fella was worse than
Oh,
Sua.
was it Sissoko?
Ali Sissoko. Kid.
Yeah,
Do you remember how
he
bad
brutal
he was?
kid.
How
He was like an athlete, but like cat at soccer.
a cat at soccer.
Do you know?
Do you know I actually seen a thing? He plays like in 6th division in Saudi Arabia. These
No,
days. It's
he
like
doesn't.
not barely professional. Like, do you know what I mean? Terrible.
Hard to believe.
The year after us, we let him go after a year. We actually only had him on loan that season, I believe. And Aston Villa took him, and Aston Villa got relegated that year, and he couldn't even start for him, boy. And they were the worst Aston Villa team.
I
of
know
all
what you
time.
said. I remember that.
Terrible player.
That's
And we
mad.
John Flanagan the other side couldn't even get a game at Rangers, kid.
Yeah.
If we were a millionaire inside goals,
Yeah.
how did we even think we deserved this?
Yeah.
Like, is there more there? That's just wrecking my head because I could
There
I
is,
could think up of Marcus Babel.
So you said a guy there that you thought he wasn't, but he was. Fabio Aurelio.
really?
Yeah, he wore it from 10 to 12.
So he switched numbers.
Yeah. So
The
it's
best free kick I ever seen was him against Chelsea in that 4-4 draw. Do you remember?
some free kick
The
boy.
Bottle
Yeah.
to do it at that level.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Go, we're down about 3 goals here. We need one quick. Probably that's the time to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. And Lucas, he scored.
Yeah.
So there's another left back there, centre back.
A left back.
Yeah.
There's a left back there and a centre back.
Yeah.
Sammy Hoopia was number 12. Never 6. Honshaw was number 5.
Maybe not a left back. There's the left back. There was a left back that had it before Aurelio. We're going to annoy people now with this question because it's just you love this. I think.
Oh, sorry. I'll move on. So, well, actually, no, I want to get this. So, a left back before Aurelio.
They had it. Number 6 shirt.
Number 6.
Yeah.
Left back.
Has 1 or 2 famous goals as well.
For us.
Yeah. Just that you'd like again know one of your Premier League podcasts for best matches. This will surely go in as one of them.
Go on. Darsena.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. Scored against Real Madrid and United in a week.
Yeah. And that was when Vidic got like his 3rd red card.
Yeah.
Against
Lad, there's
Torres.
quotes coming up about Van Dijk versus Vidic. All this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, anytime you have to put someone... Like, no Liverpool fan is going Van Dijk versus Vidic. No one's doing that.
Nah.
But if you have to bring someone up from the past and goes, wouldn't lace his boots,
Yeah.
and they put up the stats, Premier League games played, forgetting that this man played a year and a half for Southampton as well at the same time,
Yeah.
including that. Like, do
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I have never seen a defender get molested more by one striker. Kid.
Yeah.
Fernando Torres, I'd say 3 red cards.
3
against,
red
yeah,
cards, boy.
ridiculous. Like, but we'll keep talking about it. sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he wouldn't lace his boots. I'd never remember Van Dijk getting sent off. I'd never remember it for a bad tackle. Never.
Okay, so now that I look at this question again, I actually think it might be a bit easy for you, kid.
Really?
But we'll belt it out anyway because we've 3 to go. We've only 2 questions done. Like,
Jesus.
so can you name 5 players that made over 300 appearances for Arsene Wenger? So players that Arsene Wenger played the most throughout his career. So 5 players with over 300 appearances for Arsene Wenger.
For Arsene Wenger. Okay. So you have to think...
It's amazing thing. Like there's Arsenal fans nowadays that barely remember him.
It is. This is son. That's
It
where
makes
I
you
get
feel
old.
old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what was Arsene Wenger like? It's like,
How would you mean?
and the ones that do only remember the bad part, they forget the genius. That, like, you know. All right. Okay. We'll go with Tony Adams.
Nah.
Martin Keown.
No, and I'm gonna life you. I'm gonna life you. No,
That's fair enough.
all right. I give you.
That's
So
fair
you've 2 lives left.
Okay.
It's neither of them are on the
You
list.
see, he came in at around 96, 97. But all the good, like, either the fellas they got there, like that era, no, Tony Adams and them were good, but they didn't last long.
Yeah.
You'd Lee Dixon, Nigel Winterburn, all faded away as well, would have got new ones in.
Yeah.
So, Colo Torre.
Yeah. Colo Torre is on the list with 327 appearances on the ringer. I think he's managing somewhere now himself, isn't he? Did he get a manager's job there recently?
Assistant, and or maybe he did actually.
So Colo Torre is 1. players with over 300 appearances for Arsene Wenger.
I want to say it and I think it's wrong. Vieira.
No, that's right, but yeah,
Is
well
it?
done.
He
Yeah.
left in 05 or 06, I was thinking.
Vieira was the second most used player by Wenger in his career. So
And
300
where was Torre?
382. Torre is 327. He's like the sixth.
Sol Campbell?
No.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So you've no lives left now. So you got to rang him out, kid. You need.
How many do I have left? 3.
Yeah.
I've named 5.
Yeah.
Fuck. Alright, let's go through it. Alright, who would have just depended on?
Who played the whole time for Arsenal there for about 10 years, like?
Fabregas?
Yeah.
Oh, by the skin of my teeth, I'd say.
303.
Yeah. I even felt that was going to be wrong. I still think it's wrong, and you're just being a good dude by giving it to me. I'd say
303. He's
Alright.
got 303, so he's just in there. So you've got 3 now, haven't you?
Oh, I want to
Yeah.
say one, and I'm just, Jesus, there's no lies left crack. Like you just got to be sure. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're throwing it down. All right, okay, I'm just gonna write down the ones I think it is. See, Thierry Henry.
Yeah. Thierry Henry's number 3. 373.
Do I have a few more?
You've one to get now, I think, haven't you? Because you got Pat Vieira, Henry, Torre, and Fabregas. So one to get. You've no lives. Most used players by Arsene Wenger.
Like he would have loved. Is there a right
there's-
back there?
there's-
Is there a right back there that he would have gone to City? Or a left back there that also would have gone to City?
No.
Okay.
But the guy that has the most appearances under Arsene Wenger is 397. He's his most used player in his career. You'll be kicking yourself. Literally the most used player in Arsene Wenger's era.
Is it a defensive midfielder?
No.
Oh man.
Think about it, like. He's played him the whole time, like.
At Highbury, or would it have been Emirates?
Oh, I'd say maybe the very end of Highbury, but I doubt it. Like, I can just mostly remember Emirates. Probably the very end, because you know what? Yeah.
Like it can't be Van Persie because like he didn't get rack up that many and he was injured the whole time. So who would have been at? So you would more remember him from Emirates days.
Yeah, I would, yeah.
So you would Torre, Lauren, Gallas, Clichy, Sagna. You just said Sol Campbell wasn't. Jens Lehmann. No, I take that back. I take that back by your face. That's the thing. The keepers, they would have David Seaman. Then they would have moved to.
There's no goal in there.
Okay. Because Aspina, Almunia, Chesney, they
Too
only
many
got a
of them.
season each, you know. Fuck.
So there's 2 midfielders, 2 attackers, a defender.
Theo Walcott.
Well done, kid. Well done. Theo Walcott is Arsene Wenger's most used player.
You're generous giving me the point for that. That was definitely over
Well
2
done.
minutes. But you know what?
Well
Theo Walcott should have been the first one because he's still present. We've already
Yeah,
mentioned him in the
yeah.
podcast.
I know,
Of
I
course
know,
he played
I
the most
know.
games from. He signed
I
him when he
remember
was
he just,
16.
he just kept playing him and just kept playing him. He went through some barren spells.
He did,
like,
boy.
and he
I
just
never
kept-
remember looking at him going, no, he's going to kick on. I was
Yeah,
always
yeah,
promised. Like, it
yeah,
was always
yeah.
pace. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think the English media didn't do him any favours when he first came onto the scene, you know.
Yeah. Put him under way too much pressure. Like we do, or like our fellas do with Troy Parrott. I knew Troy Parrott before I even seen Troy Parrott. Wait till we get Troy Parrott on the ball and we'll be playing for Euros then, Bill. Like Troy Parrott. And Jose Mourinho had him and goes, he is not at the level for League One at the moment. That's what his manager was saying. But we were all like, oh yeah, we're going to take out. We're just waiting. Just sack everybody and get Troy Parrott in, yeah?
I know, it's sickening.
Sickening. Stop putting pressure on kids.
See, Evan Ferguson signed a new deal with Brighton.
Guaranteed.
Yeah,
and
fair
I'd like
dues
to
him.
have him. He's good.
Yeah,
I think
fair
United
dues
are
to
going to
him.
get
Joe,
him.
he turned Liverpool down.
Did he?
He was Liverpool tried to get him before he went to Brighton, and he turned Liverpool down to go to Brighton.
Good decision.
Amazing decision.
Yeah, no, do you know what?
Amazing
I like
decision.
seeing that.
Yeah,
I like
amazing
saying, even though
decision.
Liverpool in my club, I'd love to have
Yeah.
you. But that's great. You
only
thought
gotta
of
kick the
yourself and
ball.
your own development.
Yeah,
but
that's it. And
it's
look
like,
at you
you'll
now.
get me again. You'll want me again
That's
in a
it,
few years.
that's
Do you know what I
it,
mean?
Yeah. I'm loving his story.
Yeah.
So I saw this stat during the week and I was like, this is really cool. I'm going to make this into a question. So only 2 Europeans have ever scored a hat-trick in El Clasico. Can you name them?
2 Europeans have scored a hat-trick.
Yeah.
Europeans, like anywhere in Europe. A Spanish game. Are you serious?
Yeah. Only 2 Europeans have ever scored hat-tricks in El Clasico.
So Ronaldo has never done it?
No.
Because if you're saying Europeans, it's obviously not do you know what I mean? right.
So
Sorry, no. There's been 2 Europeans to score a hat trick in El Clasico for either team.
yeah,
Okay.
which is an astonishing stat.
That's mental.
Yeah, not many have done it in general, but I suppose there's obviously a massive South American influence in both clubs as well.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
so they've
yeah.
always had them, but like it's just an amazing stat. I thought.
I
So,
can remember Julio Baptiste scored a hat trick.
nice.
Remember he went on loan there.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll start off by a couple of guesses. Gary Lineker.
Oh my God.
Was it?
Well done, kid. He's one of them, boy. Well done. Gary Lineker is the only Englishman to ever score a hat-trick in Glasgow, and one of only 2 Europeans to ever do it.
I'm always
Well done, kid. That's a
preaching my
savage shout.
respect for that man because
What a baller, boy.
what,
He
what
was
a
just before
baller.
our
I
time.
don't think he ever got a yellow card.
No.
Right? Absolute poacher and
Yeah.
a class act.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
is a class act. I know he's
Yeah.
in the news and he might
Yeah.
tweet a bit too politically for some people. A class
No, he is, boy.
fucking act.
Yeah.
The other thing as well, when he ever presents stuff, remember now, he's a presenter. And as a guy that is trying to get into showbiz and pursuing a career in comedy or anything like that, I always look at a presenter, how he does it. Like, he is one of the best presenters. But wait a minute, mate. You're not even a presenter. You're a footballer.
Yeah.
You're one of the best footballers in your country, in your generation.
Yeah.
And you're asking 2 dopes that wouldn't lace your fucking boots
that's a
about the
fact.
game.
That's a
That's
fact.
class.
Yeah.
That's humbleness.
Yeah.
That's fucking... I love the dude.
Yeah, 100%. The only thing I would say is that it is like a totally different skill presenting a show and being a pundit, because the boys, whilst watching the game, have to there and then dissect it, analyse it, be able to articulate it quick and fast for an audience that is only, like not football, not others. And so it is a totally different skill,
Yeah.
being a pundit to being a presenter. But I totally agree.
But
and
you know
and
what?
he's
It's the
top
energy
class.
as well, and the mood he can get. He's quick with
Yeah,
the jokes.
yeah, he's
Always
quick
has
with
a
it.
joke at the start of
Yeah,
the match
yeah.
of the day.
Yeah.
Always giggling going into
Yeah.
the next match.
He's brilliant.
It's like locker room banter, but with that class.
Yeah, yeah.
And as well, it's not like it's the Richard Keys or that guy on Sky
yeah.
or some random Bjorn that they're putting on these days in Super Sunday that has
Yeah.
never done anything probably. Like it's this guy. It's like when you're talking to him, just remember he's done more than you.
Yeah.
So that's like something amazing.
One
that
of the
I-
best players England ever produced, like,
Yeah.
genuinely. The man's
Shat his
phenomenal.
pants against Ireland, though.
Did, boy.
Shat his
Shat
pants,
his
and he
pants.
was wearing all white. And he's
Yeah.
there trying to scoop it out his I say class. He was. You can
No.
Google a picture of him scooping up his own shit, trying to get rid of it. Like, and I'm after calling the dude a classy dude. Like, but look, we've all been there.
Yeah.
I remember actually I was about 11 or 12. I swear to God, a midterm break, lad. It was like a bank holiday, but we had a match, an under 11 match anyway, on a Monday. I remember being weird that it was on a Monday and that I was off school, but it was happening. And I remember feeling sick, and I was like, no, just drop me to the game anyway. Drop me to the game anyway, like, you know what I mean? And they dropped me. My mum dropped me down to Gobnitz, and I just walked out of the car, lad, and whatever way I sat up anyway, shat myself, kid, sharted like. Sharted, turned around to my mum, she was pulling away. She pulled me away down the road. Like, I was like, ma'am, I couldn't even run after her. But walking out to the boys anyway with a limp. I had to ask a manager for a phone, what's wrong with you, bud? Not trained enough to be talking to a young fella about this emotional. Say, just shut your pants, kid, John! Fucking hell, come on, my shat his pants. But just traumatising. Couldn't even play the game, got collected, came home to bed, fell asleep. Yeah. I remember that. I remember just the vulnerability.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like, oh, what can you shat yourself, kid?
Yeah.
And you know what, kid? It's coming for us all again. It's coming for us all again. I remember I was taking my granddad to a game, God rest his soul, one of the funniest men you'd ever meet, like, and we're going down to watch my brother's match, his underage match. I collected him, like, and he told me the night before, I mightn't go, I'm in a bad way, I'm on and off the toilet or whatever. I was like, look, don't put yourself under pressure. Like, anyway, I picked him up the next day. He came out to the car, boy. Fucked the bog roll in the front, like, and looked in like that. He goes, in case we have an emergency. Like that. I was like, you're the sickest man. I said, stay at home, boy, but I'll tell you, dedication. Let's get to the match. Let's do it. But thank God we didn't have to pull over, because
That's
I would have to
brilliant.
hold him up, but he was
That's
shitting on
brilliant,
the side
man.
of the road. So
Yeah.
but that's what he was prepared to do that, to go
Yeah.
watch his grandson
Love
play,
it.
like, you know. But it's coming for us all. The amount of times you're like, oh, as an old person, you shat yourself, kid. Not one morning came, like, you're just old. Like.
Yeah, I hope not, but
No, it's coming.
no. So there's one more to get, geese. Gary Lineker's one. Who's the other European that has scored a
yeah,
hat trick
fucking
in El
hell.
Clasico?
Raul?
No. Think about it now, like.
A European to have scored a hat trick. Was it a young fella that never actually really did it for Barcelona?
Nah, he's a baller.
Because remember that time, he's a baller. Yeah. Is he Spanish?
No.
All right, last hint. Is it Barca or Real Madrid?
Real Madrid.
He's Real Madrid because I was just thinking Pedro, Henry, like good. Okay. Halamahid. Ruud van Nistelrooy.
No. I'll give you one more.
Uh,
It is a tough question, like, but it is gettable, and it didn't happen all that long ago.
it didn't happen all that long ago.
No. Like Gary Lineker was, I don't know, was it 88 or 84 or something? That was the older one, and it didn't happen all that long ago.
Is he still playing?
European, still playing. European, scored a hat-trick.
Kareem the Dream?
Yeah.
Kareem the
Well
Dream
done, kid.
Benzema.
You've done so well to get
See,
that
the
question
other one was
up,
too
'cause that's a
obvious
hard
then. The second one was too obvious. It's like it didn't want you to pick
see, they're
Kareem.
both-
Like,
they're
it's like he's
both-
a
I know,
horse.
I know, it's brilliant, and
Fuck's
what a
sake.
stat as well.
I can't believe Ronaldo never done it.
Never done it
Has
by now.
Messi done it? I know he's not European, but
He
has
has.
Messi scored a hat-trick?
Yeah, that's right, I think he has, yeah. They're
Probably
on,
multiple.
they're on about, like, good games players have had there. They're on about the Bernabeu giving Iniesta a standing ovation coming off the pitch. And they're on about, like, Ronaldinho having massive game stuff, but never got a hat-trick, any of them. Like, you know, it's like, it's an amazing stat.
Hat-tricks, by. Yeah.
Okay, so...
Is that the last question?
No, we have one more.
Oh.
So, can you name 5 players that have scored more than 10 goals at a World Cup in their careers? Like,
So over all World Cups.
yeah,
Do you know what? For a real, because that's such a good question. Read that out again, exactly like that.
so can you name 5 players that have scored over 10 goals at a World Cup?
Miroslav Klose.
Yeah, well
Had to
done.
be. He's the number one in T.
Yeah, well done.
Fat Ronaldo.
Yeah, they're both the top 2.
Are they joint?
With no, that Klose has 16, Ronaldo has 15.
So Klose beat Ronaldo's record.
Yeah,
Has anyone beat it since? No.
no.
Over 10 goals at the World Cup. Surely Messi at this point.
Yeah, Messi's 13.
Surely Ronaldo at this point.
I don't think so.
Scored a penalty in the last one, scored a hat-trick in the other one, scored against North Korea a few times in the other one. No, maybe not. He was at it when he was young
trying
as
to
well.
find
He's
it
just
now.
at it so long, do you know what I mean? Surely with
Oh, yeah.
penalties. So 10 goals at the World Cup.
Yeah. I don't have him on my list anyway.
No,
Someone
no.
can correct us if we're wrong there. But and yeah, in World Cups, like in World Cups. So you got Klose, Brazilian Ronaldo, Messi, 2 to get. It's a lot of goals in a World Cup, guys.
It is a lot of goals in the World Cup. Is it of all time?
It's of all time.
Is
yeah.
there a guy called Di Stefano on it? Is there a guy called Puskas on it?
No.
Okay. Stop fucking around. Stick to what you know, Mike. Maradona?
No.
Pele.
Yeah.
I'm done with the lives, I'd say. Pele.
Right, I'll give you one life.
Okay.
You've one to get to finish it off, kid. So you've got Klose, Ronaldo, Messi, Pele, someone who scored more than 10 goals at a World Cup.
Everyone had a number 9, Mike. Everyone had a fucking striker, like. That was their goal scorer. It's not like today, like, there should be guys that are just shouting out at you, like. So even the French team that are doing so well. Like, Mbappe's only played 2 World Cups, like, he can't have 10.
Are you going for him?
No. Well, he was top scorer in the last one. And yeah, I am going for Mbappe. Mbappe.
Nah, he's got 12. Well done.
2 World Cups.
Yeah.
He'll definitely be Klose's record.
Yeah, definitely. No other massive surprises, only our boy G Links back in there again with 10. Yeah, 10 goals at the World Cup, Gary Lineker.
Fuck it. You
Cli-
should have thought of him.
Yeah. Klinsmann got 11.
Wow.
Just Fontaine for France 13. Gerard Muller 14. Thomas Muller 10. He's in there, like.
Thomas Muller got to.
Yeah.
And Gerd Muller's always brought up as World Cup. And do you know what? The two Mullers are supposed to be similar. Gerd Muller was the same.
Go away,
Like
yeah.
there's like, what is great about him?
Yeah.
Do you know?
And they're
Even
no
in
relation.
FIFA, the FIFA, the guys that make the stats, they're like, we have to make Muller 87 because he is 87.
Yeah, yeah.
But when we go through everything,
Yeah,
we find
yeah.
it very hard to boost his attributes
That's
because he's not
brilliant.
really fast, stays in touch, finisher.
Yeah.
I don't really know, but when you put it all together, he's just a clumsy
That's
fuck.
so true.
Do you know?
Yeah, so true.
Gerd Muller was supposed to be the same by just ugly goals, but all added up, do you know?
Yeah. Well done, kid. You absolutely smashed the quiz this week, dude. Well done. I heard a good stat as well. It was off the dude from FIFA, and he was saying that they're on about football growing in America, like, you know, and he was saying that more people in America tuned into the Euros than watched the NBA playoffs that year.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing? And that wasn't even the World Cup; it was our Euros, like, you know. So like, you know, the Italy one there that time. Yeah, so more people in America.
I
watched
don't know
that
how
than
you
we
couldn't like it. Honestly,
Yeah,
it blows
yeah.
my mind. Even I often ask my girlfriend, like, I goes, is your life better for actually
did. Yeah.
liking football? No, like, again, I went on about Wrexham last week. Wrexham got promoted last
Amazing.
week. She was watching the game down there, like Mullen scoring again, like, do you know what I mean?
Like
Go on,
that.
Mullen. Super Paul Mullen. I just don't think you understood. But fucking, I swear to God, kid, she would have been crying down
Brilliant.
below in the room. I was like, you didn't
Brilliant.
even like soccer, like.
Brilliant.
You didn't even
Yeah.
like soccer,
Yeah.
like. You're watching the fifth tier,
Yeah.
bawling, crying, like. Do
I
you know what I mean?
wonder would a Wrexham jersey from this year?
Can't buy it. Oh, we've thought of it, kid. They have a beautiful one, right? So they're from Rob McElhenney and Ryan Reynolds. So Rob McElhenney, he is actually from Philadelphia, and he loves the Philadelphia Eagles. Like, and this first thing he did straight away was our away jersey is the Philadelphia Eagles jersey. Like, it's like this dark green, kid, but it has like this. Do you know the lace? Do you know the old lace that they used to wear in the 80s? It is savage, and they've TikTok, Expedia for a crowd that's not even fully professional. Let's say it is
It's
savage.
amazing.
Only €25 if you want it. Sold out. I would have bought 15 of them. Like,
Why don't you print a few more, lads? Do you know what I mean? Like,
I'll
what's the
take
story,
it.
like?
I'll take it. Like,
Yeah.
and that's the other thing. You need to start thinking now. Anybody that's at this game that wants, like, do you know what I mean? Like, hopefully someday I will have an auction or a shop, or hopefully this podcast will explode so much that I can have it a weekly thing selling stuff. But I want to build this up so much that I have a shop for myself, do you know?
Yeah.
And at the end of the season, every club has a sale. Okay? They're going to offer you 50% off, 25% off. What you got to do is pick the guy that won't be there next year, if you can. That's nearly too good, like Conor Gallagher, and hope that he never goes back to Crystal Palace. Do you know what I mean? It's that kind of game. So what I'm thinking this year is, I was thinking Matoma, and then I'm thinking, do you know what? Maybe it was a flash in the frying pan. He's very good,
He
but
was
like,
good again the other night. No,
yeah,
in the cup.
maybe he's not world class. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't know.
I like him.
Yeah. Is there anybody on loan this season that's like, yeah, he's going to do it. He's going to go far. It's hard, boy. It's not as easy as last year. Like
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Is there anyone on loan from the top clubs? There isn't.
Jesse Lingard.
Oh my god.
Oh my God! Like, that's
Is he even playing? He's not even
not
playing. is he?
$200,000 a week.
Kid, the minute I saw that deal, we were talking about it last year in the car. The minute I saw that deal, I was like, they're going to go down. Just for that bit of business.
yeah.
If who's running the club thinks that that's good business, like, they might just stay up now. But
Yeah,
I don't know.
They have to do a lot more than Jesse. Like,
Do you
you
know
see
they spent
Andre Ayew on the sideline
they
walking
spent
up. It's like, when did you
yeah,
sign him?
yeah,
When
they
did you
spent 250 million. Should they Keylor Navas?
Keylor Navas is inside
Know what I
goals.
mean?
You even know where Nottingham is, mate. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, how would you come here? Like,
Nah.
I come in the plane. No, I don't know. But
Yeah.
yeah, and he's past it as well. Like, Serge Aurier there was playing at the start of the year. Where the fuck is he now? Nico Williams then no playing. Scored against us last week.
Yeah.
I could have bet it.
Yeah,
Nico Williams 100% is going to score against
Yeah.
his old club. Like,
we could do with him at the moment. Like,
Yeah.
right back.
um,
I'm trying to think. It is actually a tough one, isn't it?
it
to
is,
think this
or
year,
even foreign, even anybody like of overseas. Or Joe, I was often thinking of like Messi will probably leave PSG this year. Like, will it be worth getting a PSG jersey? But PSG, no one actually likes him long term. It's more of the Jordan thing right now. Is in
Yeah.
brand. Like, is it going to be big in a couple of years? Like, Neymar is not a jersey I want. Like,
Yeah.
it's not a thing. Do you know? I
And the
prefer
fact-
an industrious player that's loved by the fans, like a Mark Noble or a Matinho, than a
Yeah.
Neymar. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think they kind of. Yeah, I think the fans were booing him and all recently, weren't they?
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
Do you see Ronaldo? Since he's joined the Saudi Arabian team, they've been knocked out of 4 cups, and they were first, and now they're not.
Go.
Yeah, got bad again the other night, and he there like this. And the manager got sacked for not doing what Ronaldo said. What a poisonous cunt. Like, do you know what I mean? Fuck off and retire now, mate, because you're ruining it on everybody. Like, do you know what I mean? The man had nothing to do with you. He was working over in Saudi Arabia, didn't even fucking think about you. Like, do you know, and you came over and fucked up his whole life. His wife's probably after leaving. His dad, his kids are like, Dad, you can't even support us. Oh, because Ronaldo's like, who better me? Ooh.
Thought about Messi going to the rival club there.
He should. It'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
To be fair, he has me watching YouTubes of Saudi Arabian leagues that I have no interest. You have to watch the goalkeepers in this league. Like, oh my God! Like even the pictures of him, like it's like he's going to be cat scandalous. Like you know, the state of him, awkward.
Yeah.
They're like letting Ronaldo score as well. He's offside by about this every time. They have VAR over there. Like they won't even check it if Ronaldo comes. Like, and if the other team score, they do everything they can to get it. And Ronaldo's looking next to him in the VAR thing while the referee is checking. Like, ooh. Yeah, man. Fucking hell, we're nearly at an hour, lad. That flew by. Doing anything for the weekend?
I'm actually going to Tommy Tiernan, boy.
You motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm your Tommy Tiernan, boy.
I'm going
Tell
down.
him he's nothing on Mike Morgan, boy.
Yeah, I'm going down to see if he's anything on you, kid.
Yeah, guarantee.
Where
are you going to see him?
NEC.
What, down at Clarny?
Yeah.
I'd be there. Is that tomorrow night?
No, Saturday.
Yeah. I'm doing a wedding in Clarny tomorrow night, guys, and it's going to be rough. Any experience if you have a wedding coming up, I do weddings now, apparently. I've done about 4 or 5 of them now in the last year, like, you know what I mean? So they're always tense affairs, like, you know, people what your one wants me to do tomorrow, basically, is to grab the microphone, pretend I'm drunk, and do all their speeches. And, like, that's great in our own head, but, like, I'm just like, you need to know there's comedy happening, or else it just looks like a drunk fella took the microphone at your wedding. Like, I could get kicked out here, like, do you know?
That nobody knows as well.
Yeah, it's, do you know what? I was even writing for it today now, and I was red as a tomato writing. Like, I was like, this is gonna, do you know?
You'll earn your money, kid.
Yeah, I'll earn my money.
But I wonder, like, do you know the way, like with anything in life, you have to get out of your comfort zone to like gain, do you know what I mean, to get it. So I wonder the fact that it's kind of a hard gig.
Do you know what? I do say, look, cringe and all that, like, but I do enjoy it. I always look at this stuff as like skydiving, or like everyone would do it, like, or everyone always says it, like, oh, how could you talk in front of everyone? This is another one. No, how can you talk in everyone pretending that you crashed the party and grab the microphone and pretend to be a drunk fella? It's a challenge to me. Looking forward to it. What can I bring to it? What can my style bring to this? I can't come in like a Kerry fella. I can't come in, give me that. No, that's not me. Like, so how am I going to come in with the right amount of cheek, but with the right amount of respect that knows it's a wedding? Do you know what I mean? So it's a challenge to me, because it doesn't matter. Like, if it's a funeral, wedding, comedy club, and I've done speeches at all of them. You have to recognise the emotion in the room, and once you match that emotion, they'll all come with you then. But you got to first match the emotion in the room. Happy, sad. Are they all arguing with each other? Is everybody getting on? Is this the funny table? What's the vibe like? Everything. You come down to them, bring them with you then. But it shows emotional intelligence if you can recognise the moment. Like, so like I was saying to you earlier, what I'd probably do is give it up for the hotel. Oh my god, grab the microphone. I give it up. Look at his weird's hair, like, oh, the bride. She's like, look at the mother of the bride. Beautiful. Get everyone excited, everyone happy, compliment everybody. Okay, I recognise that now. You're with me. You see, I'm not a bad dude. You can trust me. Like, then come in and fuck down. If you get, give me the fucking mic there and let the professionals do it. Nah, you're losing. You're getting kicked out, kid. You know what I mean? But I do weddings, folks. I do weddings now. I'll do fucking anything. I got a kid in the way. Enjoy Tommy Tiernan, kid. He's class. I've seen him about 4 times. I love him.
I seen him once before, only, boy, and sure, obviously, like, in love with the man for fucking 20 years. Yeah. So
you always had his DVDs when you were young as well.
So only seen him once, so it's gonna be brilliant, and sure, the fact it's Clarny as well is great.
You can tell. The one thing I always take from him is the command he has over the crowd. Is the command that he could whisper for 5 minutes and you won't hear a fucking pin drop. If you go to an open mic and see a struggling comedian whisper, no one's listening, everyone's on their phone story. This man can go, and then, another thing. And he's creeping and he's crawling and he's a little thing around the thing, and everyone, it might even be funny for that moment, but everyone has the respect and attention.
100%.
And it's something like, wow.
He's doing the phone in the bag thing as well. I got an email there today about, like, you can't have any phones.
I was actually talking to John Cleary 2 weeks ago, who opened for him in Vicar Street. And I opened for John Cleary then, and that same night. So I supported the guy that was supporting Tommy Tiernan. And so if you add it up, I'm just like 2 steps away from being Tommy Tiernan. I'm literally 2 gigs away from this moment.
Yeah.
So that's math. That's not even...
It's just basic math.
That's 5th grade math, ladies and gentlemen. But he was saying, yeah, fucking Tommy is putting them in the bag now and all this kind of stuff. I was like, really? And he goes, it's the best gigs ever. No, he opens from a good bit, like, and he's like, it is different kettle of
Yeah,
fish.
I can
It's
imagine.
like, and John Cleary being in his 40s, nearly 50 now at this stage, he's like, it's like gigging back in the 90s again. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's like, you are the attention. There's
Yeah.
nothing else that can stop me.
Yeah.
He goes, no. If you give them a reason that you need to have it, they let you have it. Like,
Yeah,
you go, look,
yeah.
I on call, I'm a
Yeah,
doctor or whatever.
yeah,
Whatever
yeah.
the fuck. Like, but do not pull it out. Like,
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle started doing that 3 years ago.
I heard it was the American boys.
Yeah,
Right?
and he'd have a locker. You just get it put into. A
Yeah, I
locker,
think
like.
they have bags. No, you have to put
Yeah.
it into a bag. Like you just get a little baggie. Like,
And
you
that
know.
bag is a company.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, David patented. He actually pays the company,
The company to do this. How
Yeah.
can we wet our beak?
I know, kid. I know. Yeah, we'll just set up an Irish one.
We'll just set up a cheaper
And
Chinese
instead
version.
of a bag, it's going to be a box. Sure, what's the patent like?
Hold on now. You're thinking, wait, sure, ours is a box, kid. It's a
Yeah.
completely different idea. Cardboard box. Yeah,
I
boy.
get how it works though. Do you know,
Yeah.
people are just I get how it works. Attention span. The phone gets 90%
Yeah.
of the attention.
It should never be there. And it is. It's ruining us. And we talked earlier about AI is going to ruin us. Phones have already ruined
Yeah.
a lot of that.
Should have phone's the original AI, boy. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it knows you better than yourself.
Hey Google, what the hell? He's already there. He's already
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
to you. He's already talking to you.
Yeah.
Why do you think Google Homes are so cheap inside your house, folks?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They're all fucking listening to you, kid.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There's no need, Mike, you're paranoid. Mike, it's happening. It's on us.
Yeah.
Go to the panic room.
Should they got caught above an apple in Cork
Yeah.
listening to through Siri to people's conversations?
Yeah.
They admitted
They
it. Like,
closed down. They paid them for a
Yeah,
while and
they had
everything. They were
staff
like, oh, lads, yeah,
up
we'll
there
pay you, but like, we
listening
shut down
through
this
Siri,
operation,
like,
like,
yeah.
you know?
that's insane, kid.
And we just, like, everyone knows it. And we all just accepted it.
Yeah, I know, it's amazing, isn't it? It goes to show how addicted we all are to the phones that we're willing to give up. You see, we don't realise how valuable our data is. Do you know?
Like, you are basically giving the companies your everything, all the information, all your
Do you know what's one they never think about either? Like, and do you know, people be always on about the phones and Facebook and this and that. But do you know when you're doing the shopping and you use the card, like the club card, like, do you know? But like over the course of 12 months, they know my diet better than me, boy. They know what I'm eating. They know what I'm having for dinner. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, isn't that a huge? That's no one talks about that data.
Whoa,
they're
then.
getting. No wonder they're giving you money off for using the club card because they're
It literally
fucking-
happened to me today. I was like, get the Tesco card because they're cheaper in Tesco, the dog nuts.
Yeah, yeah.
He knows we buy dog nuts now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And all the meals or
Before
whatever.
you
like.
know it, no, lad, Tesco will know you're fucking, yeah, lad. They be...
But we're stepping in now then, and we can wet our beaks. We're about to become millionaires. I told you last week I was getting very dull and I needed to read a book. I read a book.
Brilliant.
Rich Dad, Poor Dad. That's what it's
Brilliant.
called. A very popular financial book. I feel like I am under financial difficulty right now. No, I'm not. I'm just like, what? I've hit my 30s. Stop fucking around with money now, Mike. Mind your money and
Yeah.
read up about it. Get more intelligent because I find, you know me, when I feel I can't do something, I just like neglect it. Like, do you know, instead of going, you can do this, dude. Just back yourself. And even in the book that I'm reading, it's like the biggest stopping of all this is self-confidence. Do you know what I mean? I get a lot of doubt in my head over everything, even comedy, anything, boy. Anything. It's a creep of doubt comes in, and it's literally the only thing that stops me. It's like I should see enough validation in the things I got in life to know, like, you're a good kid. But
Yeah.
then there's this thing that comes in every Wednesday, every Thursday, whatever it is. And that's the same in the finance, in everything, kid.
Yeah.
It's all self-doubt.
I'm after forgetting the author now, but the next book you should read is a book about resistance, kid, and it's exactly what you're talking about, and it's how, like, all of us have it, like, every time we're going to try something new or every time we want to try something different, we have that voice in our head telling us, you shouldn't do that, boy. You know,
Change.
you'll probably fail at that.
Yeah.
Man. But what it actually is, then you realise is that, like, that's just your brain doing its job and that it's just its own naturally trying to protect itself. And then once you go past the resistance and you actually do the thing and try it, you realise,
The brain actually is like, come on, we're getting
that's
more of
it,
this.
boy.
Get
That's
more of
it.
this.
It's like it opens up everything for
Yeah.
you, and then you get more satisfaction from what you've done because you've conquered that inner bitch or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's about how every single human has resistance. Every dude that conquers amazing shit every day has a voice and telling him he's not good enough to do that.
Don't be afraid of change. Embrace it.
100%.
That's it. Anything new is scary. Like, do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? And
100%.
the older we get, the more
Yeah.
scarier it does get.
If we were saying this the other week, boy, if you're not getting out your comfort zone on the regular, you're not living.
Yeah.
You're not living.
No.
Like you're going
just
through
going
a
through the
monotonous
going through the
routine.
motions, boy.
Yeah,
Who
get
are
out
you
of your comfort
challenging?
zone.
You're not
Get-
living, boy.
yeah.
That's not living.
Yeah, that's
The
exactly.
people in the ground do the same day every day. They do the same thing every day as well. Like
Yeah.
they just stay in the ground. That's what
Exactly,
you're doing. You're
boy.
just doing the same thing every day. Go
Exactly,
and do
boy.
something different. And even that, no, even with reading a book, not that the book was anything. Let's say any book. I actually went into Eason's I felt like a doofus, boy. I was like, I haven't read a book in 10 years. It's going to take me 6 weeks to read it. Like, all this doubt was coming into my head. You know what I mean? Even getting it, like, I
Could
feel
you
like
get that book in Easton's? Yeah.
Yeah.
Go away.
I just went
Looks
straight in.
about
I
20
actually had it
years
in my
ago,
head.
like-
I was like, I gotta get it. Like, and it's an updated version for like today's. Like, it's the same book, but it'll have
Yeah,
side
yeah.
columns. Here is how this represents in today's world as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, Mike, it's gonna take you ages. Don't read it, but you're shit at reading.
And
Do
you've
know
been
what I
reading
mean?
a week.
Yeah, 2 days.
That's
And like that there, the change thing. When I was a chapter through, I was like, I love this.
Yes.
My brain was like, yeah, no, keep doing.
yeah.
What's our next book?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Oh, we're great at reading. Oh, very good. Oh, I'm going to get the library card now and everything. Do you know what I mean? So like, it's like that. So guys, go out there, do something new. Even if it's something that, even if you're like me, shit. I have to stop saying that shit at reading. I can't fucking read. Do you know what I mean? I need to read more. How can I get better at reading and
Yes.
understanding and improving my vocabulary for comedy? And you even notice in my comedy, I bank on you thinking I'm stupid. Do you know what I mean? Like the thing with Murphy's Law, that all
Yeah.
depends. You have to think that I don't know what the fuck that is.
Yeah.
Well, then I know what it is.
Yeah.
So there's an intelligence, not that it's intelligent knowing what Murphy's Law is, but it does an intelligence in convincing people
Yeah.
that you're more stupid than you are.
Yeah, but-
And that happens by absorbing more information. The more I know, the more I can pretend I don't know. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you know? Like you often say something there, you say a word or whatever, and I pretend then that it's a different word, and I go, I don't have any hole in my tooth or whatever. Do you know what I mean? It could be anything. But you're banking on me not knowing what it is, but I knew what it was,
Yeah.
and that's the intelligence
yeah.
of it. Like, do you get me?
100%.
You know what the fuck I'm
100%,
saying.
that's
So
brilliant.
anyway, guys, that's a great way to end the podcast. We're well over time. Psychic Dan, thanks for coming in, man.
Thanks for having me, kid. Loads of fun as
And
always.
Brentford jersey, guys. Yeah, it's
You
right
on the
here.
Brentford,
Yeah.
Ericsson.
On the base,
Baby.
bossy
Oh, yeah,
fucking
baby.
boys. Peace and love, y'all. Peace and love.